If you are someone who grew up without a father, this video is most likely for you. I grew up without a father. Everyone I knew grew up without a father, and I didn't really know too much people who had a mother and their father in their household. Most people I knew grew up from a broken home, so I feel like I'm qualified and capable to speak on this situation. It can either make you or break you. You can either go down the right path or go down the wrong path. And I'm not here to tell you that you're at a disadvantage just because you grew up without a father. But you can't use it as a superpower. You can't use it to change your trajectory of your life. You can take advantage of it, or you can follow down the same footsteps as your father. So first, I'm going to talk about how it can break you and how it can be looked at as a negative thing. So you can either fall into the generational curses. What I mean by generational curses is if your dad was a deadbeat, if you drink, smoke, basically all the negative things that comes with not having a father. And your father, 9 times out of 10, most likely didn't have their father. Or, God forbid, if your father passed away, I'm sorry about that. Also, if your mother and father didn't have the best relationship, and that could have been the reason for why you grew up without a father. But I'm here to tell you that you can either go down the right path or go down the wrong path. So don't follow in your father's footsteps. If your father was one of those fathers that was a deadbeat, didn't really teach you anything, or just realistically wasn't there for you like my father was. And I'm not here to judge or put my father down, but I'm just looking at it for what it is. Like, he wasn't there, and okay, like, it was hard growing up, but I didn't let that be something negative in my life. And if you're someone who has animosity or hatred towards your father, I'm gonna tell you right now, just forgive him. Like, he probably was stuck in that childish mindset, or he didn't want to take responsibilities for his actions, and just let it be. It was meant to be that way for a reason. Maybe if he was in your life, he wouldn't have been the best father. He would have just looked at it as a burden, you know what I'm saying? And hey, if he was still a man child and couldn't live up for that responsibility, then that's what it is. You probably were better off without him. So that being said, don't be mad or blame your father for his decisions or his actions. That was his decision and his actions. He has to live with that at the end of the day. And I'm pretty sure as he sees you become the best version of yourself, the best man, he probably gonna regret it. He's probably gonna be like, damn, this kid turned out to be good. And if you reach all your goals and if you make it big in life, he's for sure gonna regret it. He's gonna want to come back and have that relationship. And I'm not saying just F you, like you wasn't there for me, but just forgive, man. God, that's God's number one thing. He wants us to forgive just like he forgave us. You know what I'm saying? So don't hold that against your father. It's easier said than done because it was very hard for me to forgive my father. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably one of my biggest challenges in life, was just to forgive, let it go, and just let it be. It is what it is. But if you guys want to get that weight off of your shoulders, just forgive your father, man. Trust me, it'll be worth it, and you'll be better off, and you'll live happier. So another thing is, not having a father there, how could be looked at as a negative? You don't have that father figure to teach you how to be a man. You might have these questions that you don't know the answers to, and you don't know who to look up to, who to go to for these type of answers, and that can be a negative aspect of it. And fathers should be there to teach their sons how to be men, and that can be a negative as well. So, and a lot of young men, when they don't know the answers, they go down the wrong path looking for answers, or they're looking up to the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? So that could be looked at as a negative as well. So that probably can break you, because now you're a grown man and you don't know how to do grown man things. You know, you don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to change a tire. You don't know how to change oil. You don't know how to financially like pay bills, and you got to learn all this stuff on your own, and that could set you back many years because now you're catching up to what you should have known growing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it can hinder you in a sense. So that we got that. Then you got, so when you don't have a father, your mother tends to teach you these things, and a mother ultimately is going to teach you things based off of her experiences, which is she's a woman. She's not going to have the experiences of a man, or she's going to teach you off of pure emotion, because females are emotional creatures, so they go off of emotions, not necessarily logic. You know what I'm saying? Well, for a man, we kind of like take the emotions and feelings out of things and look at it for what it is, and we move forward from there. So that can be a huge impact on your life, because now you're being raised by a woman, and hopefully your mother had her father in her life, and if she didn't, she's just gonna go based off what her mother taught her. So mothers can't really teach you man things. Yeah, they can teach you what the ideal man that they want, teach you those type of tendencies and characteristics, but for a man to teach a man something that men should know, it's a game changer. So if that might hinder you as well. But I'm not saying none of this stuff to like kind of intimidate you guys or discourage you guys, but I'm just telling you based on my experience and the reality and my perception of how I look at this topic. So that's the negative. How it can positively impact you growing up without a father. If you're in that mindset, like, yeah, I gotta be better than my dad was, and you want to break the generational curses, like you want to get married, you want to settle down, you want to have one partner to raise your kids with. Damn, music loud as hell. Yeah, but yeah, you want to break all the curses. So you want to stay away from drugs and alcohol. You don't really want to chase women. You know what I'm saying? You want to be your higher self. You want to be better than your father ever was. And then when you have a kid, when you bring a kid into this world, now you can actually teach him what your father didn't teach you. And I'm not saying you're competing with your father, but you do want to change the cycle. You know what I'm saying? You want the cycle to end at you. You don't want it to keep going on and going on. Because generational curses, man, it is real, 100%. And I am proud to say I broke every generational curse. Like, it really stops at me. And then now moving forward, my son's going to be at an advantage versus a disadvantage. Because for the most part, man, let's be realistic, black people, we are automatically at disadvantage if you're coming from a broken home, if you're coming from a single parent household. And I'm just telling y'all the reality of it. What else we got? Oh yeah, you can do the complete opposite. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick little story. When I was like at my breaking point, man, like I didn't know what to do. I was confused, I was lost. I was like, man, I need my father. And I kind of ran away from my problems. So I ran to, my dad stayed in the Netherlands. I ran to the Netherlands hoping he can help me, you know what I'm saying? Like, become a better man, become a man. And now looking back out of it, like, why did I run to someone who was running from his problems, So that I found myself doing that. And when I went there, I stayed with him for like 2 months and absolutely nothing. Like, he didn't help me in no way, shape, or form. And that just goes to show, like, okay, you ran from responsibility. And I kind of see how his characteristics and his mannerisms and stuff was, and it didn't align with mine. So I was like, man, screw this. Like, I'm gonna go find it out for myself. And I got so angry, like, I just changed my life completely. I'm talking about spiritually, physically, financially, every single thing, man. Like, everything you can think of, I went and changed it. And I did it on my own. And I'm proud to say I get to teach my son every single thing that I've learned. And I'm beyond proud of that. So that's you can use that as a superpower. Like, you can use that as fuel, motivation, and all the fire you need to get in a better position. And yeah, that's what I got for the most part. It's either gonna make you or break you, man. There's so much I can talk about on this topic, but growing up without a father, it was tough. But when I got to about, I'm gonna say 18, 19, 20, that's when I was like, okay, like I gotta get on the right path, and that's exactly what I did. And you guys can do this as well. Just realize this. I'm trying to get to the younger generation. Uh, 15, 16, 17, 18. Like, I'm trying to get to you guys as early as possible so you guys don't make the mistakes I made. I want you guys to be the best version of yourself. Don't be bitter and angry at the world because you did not have a father, man. I know it is tough. It's easier said than done. But if you have someone tell you this at an early age, it's going to be a game changer. And all you guys have to do is just listen. Like I say all the time, listen to the older and the wiser. Like, I know, man, trust me, I was angry at the world myself. Trust me, like, I hated everything. I even wrote on the wall once, like, I hate my life. Like, I really genuinely did. Like, I just hated not having a father. And then when I seen some people, like some of my classmates that did have fathers, it's like, damn, like, I wish I had that, you know what I'm saying? And then playing football, some of the coaches, like, their sons were playing on the team, and I was like, man, I just wish. And then I got older, and I'm like, okay, like, I have to change this. So when I have kids, I promise you, I'm going to be around. I'm going to be the best father that I can possibly be. So yeah, just take that knowledge and advice I got to share with you guys, and please just be better than your parents were. Even if you did grow up with a dad, listen to him, take his advice, and don't take it for granted, because a lot of people come from broken homes. And if you're someone that just taking action on that, and you actually want to be better and be the best for your kids, hey, I salute you, I thank you, and I am beyond proud of you. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. Remember, we are mentally built. This is a channel where we grow mentally, physically, and spiritually. So we are physically strong, mentally stronger, spiritually the strongest. I love you guys all. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next one.